Let's talk some Del Mar for Saturday, August the 26th. I'm going to take a look at a few races throughout the card 3, 6, 8, 9, and 11. Maybe we could steer you to a couple winners. If you're looking for some help, DRF.com Daily Racing Forum has plenty of help for you. Every racing day at Del Mar, they have a full Del Mar handicapping store, past performances, DRF picks, clocker reports, and on Saturdays, betting strategies. I'm going to dive into the Saturday card and see if we can get you a couple value plays. Remember, you can actually get the past performances I'm looking at for free when you sign up for a DRF Bets account. DRF Bets, use the promo code WINNING and then deposit $250. They will match that deposit bonus. You'll immediately have $510 when you use that promo code WINNING. And $10 comes from the free bet. $10 free bet for registering. They'll give you 10 free formulator cards. And then following that, every time you bet $50 with your DRF Bets account, you'll get credit for another card. A card is what we're looking at right now. A card is the past performances for one track for that day. So for Del Mar, let's dive into the card for Saturday, August the 26th. I'm going to start in race number 3. This one is a $20,000 non-winners of 3 claimer going 6.5 on the dirt. I don't think there's that much speed in this race. I think the one's gone if they get aggressive from the inside. This is a horse who's dropping out of a first level allowance race and was a winner 2 starts back in a 50 starter, broke the maiden 3 starts back, so is in good form right now. This is a filly who was facing a little bit better earlier on in her career and just dropping down to the lower levels. That's where she fits. That's where she belongs. Even when she dropped in for a claiming tag for maiden 50, that was her best effort. And then she tried tougher again, back in for 50, and she finally put it all together, breaks the maiden at Santa Anita. So I like her recent form. And in that last race, it was a tough field, a first level allowance group. I think the trip she's going to get in this race is totally different. I hope they just put her right on the lead. I think she's faster than the 2, Slam Diego, the 3, Everly's Girl, the 4, Back on the Street, the 5, Gray Frost is not really fast, has shown a little bit of speed going 1.7 miles. I don't think she's really that fast, though. I don't actually mind her cutting back. She's kind of interesting if you're playing early pick 5s and stuff. The 6, Awesome Taylor, not that fast. And the 7, Love You Mean It. You know, we get to Pequeña Tormenta, who might be able to flash some speed from out there, and you have Solid Tune. There just isn't all that much speed in this race. We have a couple horses who can show speed and press a little bit. I think with the inside draw, Soul of a Warrior should be sent hard in here. The number 1, Soul of a Warrior, is 8-1 on the morning line. We need 5 and above to make a play there. Let's get to race number 6. This one's a 40 claimer. I like the number 3, Disco Ball. This horse has not done a whole lot wrong in his career. Look at his entire body of work. He only has a couple poor performances. His problem is he's had a lot of gaps in his career. We see time off. He's had like some physical issues that have kept him off for a bit. But when he's been racing on the track, he always shows up and runs well. In fact, he's actually crossed the wire first 3 times. He was DQ'd another one. I like the cutback to 6 furlongs for him. He tried a mile last time out. They showed speed, and it was just too far. Now, the blinkers come on for the cutback. And it's not even that I'm wanting him to sit off or take all that much back. I just think now he'll be fitter with that high cruising speed at 6 furlongs. I really think it's a nice spot for Disco Ball. Blinkers on. Can he be just off the pace here and move early to the lead? Or just go hard now on the cutback? Disco Ball. 12-1 on the morning line. Anything 6 or above, I think would be fair value there. Let's move to race number 8. This one is non-winners of 2, optional 80, 6 furlongs on the dirt. I'm going to go to the number 7, Principe Carlo. This is a 7-year-old who's going to be making his second start back off of like an 11-month break. He did exactly what you would expect a horse to do off a long layoff in his most recent race. He showed some speed and he faded. I actually think he's best, and some of his better efforts are when he sits just off the leaders and is pressing. That's what I want to see from him in here. His last 3 races muddy up his form, but 2 of them were in graded stakes company. He's facing American Theorem, Laurel River, Senor Buscador. He was back-to-back grade 2 placed. He ran 2 bang-up races. And even before that, Brickyard Ride, who's a graded stakes winner. This is a horse who's kept some tough company, and now he'll make his second start back, and I just think he'll be sharper, he'll be fitter. He likes Del Mar. He's run some of his best races here as well. Principe Carlo, sitting a nice trip. He's 5-1, at least 7-2 to make a win wager on Principe Carlo. Let's move to the next race, number 9, which is a first level allowance, optional 40, mile and a 16th on the turf, fillies and mares, 3-year-olds and up. I'm going to go to the 3. Musical Rhapsody. It just says troubled trip early. That's never good, huh? She's going to take money because of this. So I don't think she's a filly we can bet to win. Maybe a horse that we can kind of key in on some exotics. I really do think she's going to run well in here. So she's the number 3 that we're watching in this race. Didn't have the best of starts and then gets caught in traffic like right away, right here. And she's in between horses and she kind of gets backed up and she backs all the way up to last right here. You'll see both the 2 and the 3, things get a little tight, and the 3 just has nowhere to go, has to grab a hold and back up all the way to last. So not the easiest first quarter mile or so. Now Musical Rhapsody gets all the way over to the inside and is last inside. And you can see they are not going that fast. It's not usually the case in Southern California. Normally we get some honest fractions on most of our races. But as Musical Rhapsody just back there, you can see she's going to get buried in traffic. She's only about 5 lengths off or so. She's going to have to tip out 4 wide, but it was like when she gets pushed to the outside and they ask her, it's almost like she doesn't really get asked for full run. So I thought the ride was maybe not the greatest. Watch her now at the back of the pack, and she's going to tip to the outside and make a wide move here. I'm looking at the rest of this field too, and there's just nobody that I love. Like, I don't think it's the strongest group in the world that she's facing here. She seems like she's just traveling well at the back of the pack throughout, just walking on the front end. And now when she moves to the outside, you're thinking she's got a little run here. She's asked for a little bit, but it's almost like they asked her right there, and then he kind of stopped again. And now just sort of sitting, not really asking for much. And then behind. And then again, it's like we ask here. So that, to me, I thought that was a little bit weird. It was like the momentum started to build up, then stop, then ask again. And she's still trying here. She's kind of trying on her own. I just think there's a lot better here with Musical Rhapsody. Just be careful because she's going to get bet. This is not a strong race, though. I just don't love anybody in here. For this type of race, for a first level allowance here, I think she caught a great group. Musical Rhapsody would be a horse I key in on some of the late exotics. And in race number 10, it's the grade 2 Pat O'Brien. This is a fun one. It's just really, really contentious, wide open. Moose Mitchell's in great form right now. You've got Sir Atticus, who I like. He's stepping up. He can sit, but he was so good and so quick out of the gate last time that they just went on with him. On paper, it looked like he was going to be sitting off the pace in that win on July the 21st. No knocks on him. They tried Graded Stakes Company. He might just be a really talented horse who's stepping up and peaking at the right time. You have Spirit of Machina. Brickyard Ride's very, very fast. Spirit of Machina had trouble in that race. You can just put a line right through it. Multiple Graded Stakes winner. I think Anarchist is very honest, and this is a great spot for him now. Anarchist had finished second, put it all together in the race up at Woodbine, then a couple more tough luck runner-up efforts, one behind Elite Power. Anarchist. I think I'd go with the 4 for like a win wager if you were looking at one of them, Seraticus. But those would be the 3 mainly for me, 4, 7, and 9. And they're not too outside the box or crazy. But I think it's that kind of a race where you'll have a bunch of horses in the 4 to 5 to 1 range. Let's go to the last race, golf fans, on Rom, who's going to go 2 sprints to a route. He's going to stretch out, and now he's going to drop in class back to a maiden claiming level, but go long on the turf. I got a feeling they get a little aggressive from the inside. He got caught in tight in between horses, and he shifted back. He got just put in a bad spot, but he came through on the inside. It was just a little bit too late. Rom is 6 to 1 on the morning line. Hoping they're aggressively handling this one on the stretch out. I don't want him to be right on the lead or battling, but just get aggressive and secure a nice spot so you're sitting third just behind the leaders, and if nobody else goes, then just go on with it. Rom, 6 to 1 on the morning line. We need 4 at least to make a wager there on Rom. That's a look at Del Mar for Saturday, August the 26th. Remember, I do try to stay really disciplined as far as these value lines are concerned. Like if a lot of these horses get over bet or bet down, I steer clear of them. If you're playing every day and you're playing often, you have to demand value and you have to be disciplined. If you play horses at lower prices than you think over and over and over, you're just not going to be a long-term winner. So be disciplined, demand value. If horses are a lot shorter than you think, then find other ways to play or find other value that day or that weekend. Good luck this weekend at Del Mar and Saturday, August the 26th. Don't forget about that Del Mar handicapping store. Every day Del Mar is racing. DRF has all the tools you need to succeed.